Do you know that 45% of adults... What do 45% of adults skip when they wash their hands, according to a recent survey?
Soap?
Soap.
45%?
45%. And that's the percentage of people... It's actually lower when you think that not everybody washes their hands. Some people fake it. You ever just run the water when you know someone's in the stall?
No.
And then you don't want them to judge you because they might recognize you.
Just run the water? You don't even take the time to at least put your hands under the running water?
I've seen people do it. In other words, someone's in the stall, you did your thing somewhere, maybe you were...
What do you care what the person in the stall thinks?
Because they might have seen your shoes?
I mean, you have a lot of detail for someone who hasn't done whatever it is you're saying gets done.
According to a healthy hand washing survey from Bradley
the guy
Corporation,
who doesn't wash his legs.
93% of adults believe hand washing is essential. Only 45% of people feel the need to do it. That reached its peak, though, at 90% in 2020 at the height of COVID. 90% of us washed our hands at least once daily.
Yeah.
During COVID. Now we're back to 45%. But of the 45% of people that wash their hands, only 45% of them use soap.
What you're saying is that only about 20% of people wash their hands.
Right. Correctly. And I don't even know if they're doing, even though some people use soap, but then they don't do it for the right amount of time. Isn't there a song or something you say the alphabet or something? How do you know what the right amount of time is if you don't have a stopwatch? Because it's hard to operate a stopwatch when your hands are wet.
I'm also not performing surgery. So, you know what I mean?
Then why do they make these stupid rules? Like you got to say the alphabet forwards and backwards while you're washing your hands.
Because it's doctors that came up with the rules, and doctors do need to have clean hands because they're literally putting their fingers inside of your body during surgeries, things like that.
I think it's Big Soap, Dial, Zest. They all want a propaganda to us to keep using them.
They say people ramp up their hand washing before and during travel. During road trips, 75% of adults make a conscious effort to wash their hands.
I did some hand washing in Mexico. I'll tell you
bet
that.
you did.
There's a couple places where I went where I was like, I got to wash my hands.
Did they have stations there, though? I mean, I know they had... Do they have like the Purell?
Are you asking if they have soap in Mexico?
And is using hand sanitizer, is that technically washing your hands? Is that good enough?
I don't know if you can still see dirt on it.
I think using sanitizer is probably more efficient than just running the water so that someone thinks that you're washing your hands and then walking out of the restroom.
Wait, who does that?
I don't know. Somebody suggested it.
I developed good habits after being in the service industry because you got to wash them
Thank you
all
for
the
your
time.
service.
Thank you.
By the
Do you
way.
even do the backs of the hands or just the front?
Absolutely. Because when you're using the
you do
urinal,
this raking action or whatever.
if you're at the urinal and
That's where the
you're in the
splatter
splash
back.
zone, you're in the splash zone. You ever been to SeaWorld?
Jesus, how hard is that coming out?
I've been holding it for a couple of hours.
I thought the little Matt in there was supposed to.
Hey.
Sorry to use your name. What do they call that? There's a word for it.
That's good for nothing, is what.
That's
it
good.
is.
That keeps gum from going down there. That's about it.
That's where they put the little freshener thing.
Um,
And if there's ice in a trough, forget about it.
Hey, look, I'm gonna whisper this because I don't want to get myself in trouble.
Okay.
Even if I wasn't using the restroom, how do I put this? I haven't recognized the shoes in the building, but almost every day, right after the show, when I go into this men's room down here, there is somebody putting in so much effort
They're
inside that I'm
like a half hour sometimes.
But I'm like, I feel like I need to wash my hands just going in there because I was like, I don't know what's in the air.
But I've noticed there's
There's somebody
a half hour. Like
yeah,
you
there's
keep
somebody murdering a skunk in that stall right after the show.
I don't use that one.
There-
anymore
that should
because of
be-
that.
that should be a ticketed fine. You should be fined
I still
for
think
being
that,
in there a half hour.
I still think that we need to talk to management and say, look, air staff support only in this one down here. I'm tired of these dildos coming down here from upstairs
with their fancy brown leather shoes
and sitting in there for a half hour, especially making those kind of noises. It's discomforting because I feel like I should say, do you need me to get somebody?
Also, I get mad
Want me
when
to
I
call
hear
your wife?
when I hear their IG reels going.
Yeah. What are you doing
Like,
in there?
come on, man.
You're not even trying.
There's one hole down here for everybody to use. In the whole
Yeah.
studio area.
You know, I
stealing
never
You
money
thought
come
from
about
the
down
that.
company.
here and you're watching and you're looking at your.
You're stealing money from the company.
But you see some of the positivity, don't you, in the one hole for everyone to use down here? Like when you get to walk around the city knowing that, and this makes you a little better than most of the people in Austin. You've sat bare-butted on the exact same seat as Andy Langer.
Well, that's actually on my resume right now.
Is it your LinkedIn?
Under
links?
and probably some celebrities and stuff too. Probably,
Oh yeah.
you know,
Nobody's as clean as we all try to be.
after touching money, 57%. Shaking someone's hand. You ever do that? You feel bad about that?
Shaking someone's
You
hand.
just shook someone's hand. Now you like,
Yeah, I hate
all right,
it.
man. See you later. Yeah, let's do lunch. And then you head straight to the nearest sink and start washing your hands.
Yeah, but also, have you ever been on a remote and someone shakes your hand and when you look down, you realize they have an open sore on their hand? Because I've done that.
I'm
And
doing
I'm like,
something.
hey, I feel like if you know you have an open sore on your hand, that you should know I should not give that hand to somebody. An unsuspecting shake.
I'm doing something very unsanitary right now at home. Because
Oh, hell yeah. What are you putting in there?
no, well, I'm using a pillow,
Whoa. You see them stains on there?
and this particular pillow is one of those like cooling ones, where it like I don't know, it gets cool really fast
You've
when
reached
your head's not on it.
So you've reached cooling pillow age?
I've always because I run hot, so I'm hot.
I know,
like
but
everywhere.
no single guy when they're 20s is like, I'm going to take the little bit of money I have and invest in a cooling pillow.
It wasn't that much. I got it from
That
Ross.
don't work.
I'm just saying, did you have a cooling pillow when you were in your 20s?
No, I didn't even think about that.
Exactly. So why can't you just roll with me? Or you don't like that you're getting older?
No,
you
I
just
think
need to
it's
go,
more of
yeah,
a
you're
comfort,
right.
yeah.
I have reached cooling pillow age.
I care about my mattress and comforting factory mattress. Holler at me.
You also have gotten to a point in your age where you don't like to wake up as often and flip the pillow over.
And that's the thing. When you put a cover on this pillow, it's not as effective with the cooling.
So you're just drooling straight
So
on a
I've
pillow.
been raw dogging this pillow
Raw dogging your cooling pillow?
for the past like week. And I'm almost ready to throw it away and just buy a new one.
Is it, you got those
I don't drool that much, but I will
that
sweat
much?
occasionally.
Just any drool though.
I don't drool at all. I don't know. I
At
don't sweat.
all?
You'll have to ask the women I've been with. I don't know.
20% of the people that wash their hands are known as human dryers. They use the human drying method after they wash their hands, and they dry wiping their hands on their clothing, which seems to defeat the purpose of cleaning your hands.
Yeah,
right?
but that's pretty much me. Everything goes on my jeans.
Really?
Yeah.
But your jeans are filthy. That's probably the filthiest thing in
Hell
the
yeah, ladies.
universe. Your
Ladies.
Well, am I supposed to keep a handkerchief like they used to?
I'm not
Use the
gonna. I'm not
paper
gonna
towels or the
I'm not gonna mess up
dryer.
my handkerchief with my wet hands.
It's got boogers all over it too.
There's-
Yeah,
Well,
and
I thought that was interesting to explore in the post-COVID era,
We're all nasty.
how we're changing our.
Let's all just spit
We're
on
going
each
back
other.
to our old habits. I swear to God, I swore that we would never shake hands again as a culture, as a human race after COVID.
did you buy one of those brass things to open doors?
Yeah.
Where is it?
It's probably in the junk drawer next to a couple of Hot Wheels cars and some 3M tape. I don't know.
You know what they do need to come out with is a very efficient and workable and comfortable nose picker that you could put on your keys, so it's always with you.
Oh, right.
It need
When
to
you're
have like a
driving.
little
Well, could it separate
retractable
from your car keys?
Well,
Oh,
it needs to have like a little, like those
That's-
retractable
yeah.
leashes for your dog.
Yeah.
Have a little retractable like that, so you can pull it out, and then you can dig around in there when you're driving. It still needs to have, and it needs to have a spring flicking motion so that you can roll down the window and pew!
like a switchblade.
Yeah.
Oh, so you can
Flick it.
Sharks, who's ready to pick this for their next investment?
It's a more, and it's a more natural. It's a more. It's.
But it doesn't have that feel. You can't feel the booger.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I need for the
That's-
finger. So give me a finger condom with a little nail on it, and where I can feel where the booger is, and then pick it.
But you know how like they have that thing that they make that they say it goes in your ear and helps take the wax out, but it won't go too far in and hurt your ear.
Yeah.
It's like a stopper on it, and supposedly it's really good. And then they make that thing. We've all seen the videos now where it's like a disc with a hole in the middle of it, and you press it down on a zit, and it blows the zit up. And that's supposed to be better for you than just squeezing away with your fingers, your big old Vienna sausage fingers.
Well, who you really have to convince are the weirdos that use neti pods.
What do you have to convince them? Oh,
because they're the ones that want to clean out all the nose and boogers. And if you can convince them of something else, I've never used it. I don't know if it's effective.
If somebody would come up with a real,
I disregard them.
Working. That's the problem. Right. I know that people make them, but I'm talking about a working nose hair trimmer. I'd sell my house.
Yeah, I don't know. That technology, that cylinder that goes in there with the rotating thing doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
But I like plucking.
God, I love that feeling.
But you can't get them all. That's the thing.
You can feel it in your nipples, dude.
All right, did you know that 31% of us hover over the toilet seat?
As a
According to
person
this
that used
survey?
to clean porta potties, yes, I do know that.
Hover.
There would be footprints on top of
You
the
need
thing.
some strong, what muscles do you need to do that?
I don't know. I've never used them.
You got to squat.
Hamstrings?
Do some squats. It's a little bit of everything.
No, there's no disease that frightens me so much that I would put my thighs through that.
27% of us open doors with our, sometimes I'll hip check a door to open it or use my butt. And 27% of us do that.
On a pull door?
That's a little harder to do.
You got some muscle in those cheeks, bro.
And let's see, 20% of us use our elbows to operate paper towel dispensers in the bathroom.
I'm okay with that.
Use my forearm.
I don't think my elbows are pointy enough.
Yeah, it's easy.
Do you have any hacks that you do? Do you open the door with the paper towel still in your hand?
When I go into a public restroom, I rub my dong on everything.
You probably do.
All of the toilet paper, all of the paper towels. Just ruin it for everybody.
You're terrible. You're the worst human being.
I mean,
you're the worst kind of people.
Are the 45% of us that are, or the 55 that are washing our hands, I mean, we're interacting with this other 45%. Well, what's the point?
43%.
Hey, he has a good point, which is, what is the point?
Of what?
If I'm going to get doo-doo on my hands shaking someone else's hand.
That's the thing.
Know,
if we're finding out that only really 20% of us are actually even washing our hands, truly washing your hands the way they're supposed to, that means that everything you're encountering is actually it's more doo-doo. So what's really the point?
Everything has a little
This one shocks me. 43% of us, I think this is rather high. 43% of us operate the flusher with a foot. We flush the toilet with our feet.
That's why
Guilty
I use
as
the other
charged.
one, too. It's automatic on the other one.
Guilty as charged. That seems high, though. That's almost
even
half.
on like the urinal. You kick your leg up that high.
Yeah.
You're not that flexible. All
hell
4
I'm
feet
not.
of you.
Kick it with the back of my heel. It comes.
Got so quiet for so long in here, man.
I'm just trying to think of the method I do. It would come down with the back of my heel.
Up on
No,
the
you don't.
Yeah.
on the
Not
urinal? No,
Yeah.
you don't, dude. I don't believe that at all. There's
I've
not
never
one
seen
part
that.
of me that believes that you get
Let's
your
go
leg up
right
that
now.
high. All right, let's go.
I've watched you pee a couple times.
You weirdo.
We have a camera. And we live stream
You
it.
freak.
It's the most successful YouTube stream we have in this
It's
building.
called the stream.
You're freaky.
Yeah, you should check out our new thing, Poos on the Green. it's a new thing that's coming from ACL Radio. It's going to be a hit.
Anyway,
I
that's
think we're all nasty. If we're interacting with these other nasty people, there really isn't too much of
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, you can mitigate the germs that you get, but you're going to get germs.
You're gonna get
you
germs.
can't. There's no way
You're gonna
you
get
can.
germs.
Come on.
You're going to get germs.
They're everywhere. Look at this. I mean, I don't.
Yeah,
Look at this.
you're covered in it.
This desktop
You're
here.
covered in doo-doo.
Oh, dude, this desktop that hasn't been changed out in forever, and every Tuesday has random band dudes coming in town to sit at it. I'm sure it's covered in death.
Let's take a call to ruin the show. Caller.
Is this toilet talk?
It's
Yes,
toilet
it's
talk.
No, it's
Welcome to the show.
germophobia talk is what it is. Surveys.
So, personally, I'm a nest builder.
Whoa.
I want to know about
Now we want to hear. What's a nest builder?
So, if the toilet doesn't have one of those paper,
Oh, you take out
will
the multiple strips of toilet paper and make your own little.
How does paper protect you from germs being transmitted from one
I have no
surface to
idea,
another.
but-
Like what? It's paper. It's porous.
It's a barrier. If you put multiple,
Well,
down,
How is it a
I
barrier
will-
if it's porous?
it's less germs, not as many.
I will make it thick. I will like put layer upon layer, so it's probably
So
more
do you do a
toilet paper
U
upon-
shape? You do like
Here's the problem, sir. Here's where my concern is for you. You've taken away all friction. If there was to be an earthquake or something, you're going to slide right off the toilet. I'm worried about you hurting yourself.
But do you lay
sir.
down 3 different strips, like 2 down
Yeah,
each?
you got to.
1 down each side and then 1 on the back.
Come on, we all know you got to build a little Stonehenge. That's how you get. It's a Stonehenge on the toilet seat. We all know how it's done. We've all been there.
I got to try. How many layers?
So I will do at least 2 per long side, and maybe 1 to 2 per short side, and then I'll do another one that kind of goes in around so your unit doesn't touch the edge of the toilet. So I
Wow.
completely make sure nothing.
Damn, how long are you in that?
Yeah, dude. Wait,
Maybe that's what that guy's doing here.
he's building
Maybe
nests?
that's why he's in there a half
Are you
hour.
Are you a contractor? Are you in the construction industry? Have you discussed this with an architect?
No, I'm just a super germaphobe. That's one of the things I just don't like. I don't like touching bathrooms at all. Like, yeah, it's.
Now let me
I don't
ask you a
almost
question.
cursed.
When you're you drive a car or a truck?
I drive a truck.
Well, then I know the answer to this is going to be a yes. You pick your nose.
I mean, I'll try to avoid it.
I know you. Hey, stop!
I know-
Stop!
I mean,
Nobody
I know
knows
what
your
your
name.
intentions are.
Nobody knows your name. But if you drive a truck, you pick your nose. That's just the way it works. I drive a truck. We know how it goes.
Sure.
Your hand has
Definitely.
touched stuff, and you're actually taking a digit and then introducing it to a membrane of your body. Nothing that's going to make you sick faster than putting your own finger in your nose.
All right, thanks, Matt. You're putting me in a circle of craziness now.
I know I am. Like, there you go. My job here is
Have a
done.
nice day.
Have a nice day.
we got to
Enjoy the rest of your life.
we could help you.
Goodbye. Take care.
Have a good-